What is going on, true believers? I hope you're having a great morning. Guys, I gave you a play back in October. I told you it was going to be a big one, and guess what happened? It exploded, and you made a bunch of money off of it. Guys, guess what? I gave you a big call. I gave you a big call back in September, and guess what? It's up huge right now. You know some of these. You know that I'm giving you these plays. They are easy money, and are you missing them? If you are missing them, then I'm sorry. If you're hitting on them, and I've got people who are reaching out to me lately who've been telling me that they've been cashing out big time on these plays. To them that have been thanking me, you are very welcome. If you've been watching me and you've been listening to me every day and you still didn't pay attention and you're like, no, I don't know if I like this one. Well, guess what? That's your fault. So I don't know what to tell you there, but we're going to talk about a little bit of each one of these, and we're going to see where this crazy crypto market is going to go. But there's one thing that's the most important. XRP. XRP, I told you before, and since I told you this, you can write it down in your journal, okay? Put your little hair in pigtails, lay down on your bed, kick your legs up, be like, oh my God, and write this down, $27 XRP at the top of this market cycle. But in order to get there, one crypto specifically is going to have to explode. And guess what? It might be happening right about now. Now, if I can call it that way and say that it's happening like that, it's probably not. It's probably going to take just a little bit longer. However, once it blows up, that's when everything else is going to absolutely send. Or is it? Because guess what? There is a distinct possibility that it's going to get passed like it's standing still from one of its competitors. Now, that right there should have told you who it is, so you know which one it is. But I have a new intro. It's the same old music, but it's a new intro. It's much prettier. So let's play that. And then when we get back, we're going to talk about it. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
All right, guys, here we go. So I gave you just a while back one play that I said was going to, what was it that I gave you? Hold on. Now I got to find it. Now I got to find it. Oh, you know what? Here it is. All right. So I gave you this one a while back, and I said, hey, this thing is going to 15x, right? And I gave it to you back on October 27, and it was called TARS AI. The reason that I gave you TARS AI was because it is it's an AI protocol in the Solana ecosystem. That should be enough for you to be bullish on it. But here's the part. The part that mattered the most is that it was also the only AI protocol in the Solana ecosystem that also was sponsored by the Solana Foundation. Solana Foundation is very selective about what they choose. So this one was a good one, right? And then what happened? Well, here we are. This is where I gave you the call right here. Let's put it up on the trading window. Right here, we got this play, right? And from there, it's, by the way, it's not done yet. So just to give you guys an idea here, so far, it's only up 300%. So it's only up 3x at this point. So it's still got about a 12x left to go. Here's the thing. It's got a market cap right now of $329 million. 2.9 million in liquidity. I gave it to you down here when you had that big opportunity. If you listened, then guess what? Now you're having a nice little breakout. And by the way, it's going to continue breaking out. It's got another, again, like I think it's going to go to 3 billion, 4 billion market cap. Remember, it will sell off dramatically when it hits like 500 or when it hits like a billion. So there will be a correction on it, but it is up again today, another 9%. So if you got in on TARS AI and you made that call, then I would implore you at this point, consider that you're going to get a 10x off of it. Take your original investment out right now. Make sure that you've paid yourself for your investment, and then leave your moon bag in and let this thing go and let it send just a little bit. If AI catches fire, then we're not talking about 3 billion. We're talking about 30 billion. So there's a possibility after you've made this big profit off of this that you could still get 100x out of it. But whether you do or not, make sure you take your original investment out because, and by the way, it is starting to fill up and you're seeing, look, there's a little sell-off happening right now after some big buys coming in. So they're setting themselves up at around 48.50 cents for some resistance because that's psychological. There's nothing on the chart that would reflect that. But if you were to look at it like me, like just a donkey, just like a donkey, then this is what you're looking at right now. And like, if you just kind of play this out and let it go right here, then you're talking about this thing ripping another couple of X up into just a much higher range here. So if you look at it from a market cap standpoint, by the way, I'm no longer partnered with these guys. I told you I was trying to get a partnership with them for a longer period of time. Haven't gotten a partnership with them. So we're talking about them on our own. Really has nothing to do with them. But if this continues on this path, you know, again, just kind of move it up here and get an idea. So it's got a long way to go just to test its next top, right? It's got 1.23. So about a 4x. About a 4x is what this could do in another short period of time off of what you've already got, which is an easy 3x to begin with. So, you know, you could be looking at it making it halfway through this cycle very, very rapidly. Like it is getting ready to happen. Now, if the market conditions are appropriate, and we're going to talk about that. If they're appropriate, then there it is for you. Now, if you didn't and you faded that one, but you didn't fade DevvE, then guess what? I've been giving you DevvE all the way through this little range down here. Now, at its lowest, I was begging you that this was the buy opportunity of a lifetime when it was coming down into the 12 and 13 cent range. Now, if you got in the 12 to 13 cent range, which was down here, then you're currently sitting on a 5x right now. You're welcome. Make sure you tip the barber. You know what I mean? So, but you're having a good run right now. And these calls, look, there's more and more and more of them that are going to come as the days grow into the weeks, grow into the months. CC coin. I've been giving you CC coin for months now. And look at what's happening here. It just continues and continues to pump and continues to pump. It just continues going. I gave you Speedy at a very, very low market cap. Matter of fact, it was a 2 million market cap over here when I gave you Speedy, and it exploded and then came back down, settled a little bit lower, but we had an enormous run from Speedy as well. So guys, make sure that you're taking your original out. Make sure that you're not getting wrecked, that you're not pie in the skying these things. Make sure that you're doing the right things and you're making your money, okay? Now, the one that I'm wrong about so far, which is driving me out of my mind, I'll be honest with you, is still Trump. That MAGA token, sitting at $1.80 right now. I'm trying to will this thing to that next level so that it goes back up there. Not because I have money invested in it. I do, but I don't care about it. You know what I mean? Like it's not that big a deal. I only had like $1,000 to begin with, so it's not that, you know, it's not that much. And I got in like at $3, so I'm down to like $600 or $700. And I know when we get to the election time, when we get to inauguration, that there's going to be another spike. But I think that spike is going to be up here. And I just want to see it go and fulfill $1 billion market cap because I said that I believed it was going to happen. So now it's just a matter of me being like, go, bitch, go, bitch, go. You know what I mean? Like, get your shit together and pump or something. So we'll see whether it does or not. So for that one, my bad. But again, I do think that it'll come back up, and I do think that we'll probably get a real good opportunity here. As a matter of fact, it might not go over. You can see there is like a resistance area where I would just say that this is the biggest prohibitive resistance, but it's at $10.30. So if it goes to $10.30, I won't consider that we've done a good job and that we've accomplished something, but it would be a good exit point if you don't have the, if we get to the inauguration period, I think maybe $10 might end up being the max. I'm not sure. But anyway, so yeah, I got to take an L on that one, but that's your fault. That's not my fault. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, so let's talk about this. So first of all, the crypto that needs to break out because it's so important to all ecosystems is Ethereum. Ethereum is the one. However, there's been a monkey wrench that's continuing to be thrown into any opportunity that we might have. By the way, make sure that you hit the like button, please. The like button is what helps me out, helps me trend during the course of the day. When I see 3,000 people getting annihilated and wrecked because they're watching George or Rand Nooner, who, Jesus Christ, did anybody see the list of his calls? Well, you're buying this, I'm buying this, you're buying this, I'm buying this, right? And he's naming cryptos that just absolutely broke out that he's not buying, and he's telling his people to buy dumb shit. Like when you look at those, like, oh God. So if you hit that like button, then maybe those people won't get wrecked. Like he's been wrecking all of these goddamn people. Whew, good Lord. So anyway, Solana overthrows Ethereum's 8-year reign as the top ecosystem for new developers. New developers have flocked to the Solana ecosystem this year, overthrowing Ethereum's 8-year reign as the top ecosystem for new developers. Still, Ethereum is number one globally in total developer activity. And in fact, if you look at the chains and the volume, then you have to do a couple of things. Now, first, right now, Solana is trading at 4 billion. Ethereum is trading at 3 billion. Here's the problem. The problem is on layer 2s. This is where Ethereum just really kind of blows it out of the water. And that is that Base has 2 billion. Arbitrum has 1.3 billion. Polygon has 233 million. Optimism, 227 million. So there's a huge amount. Oh shit, Avalanche is right there with 361 million. So all these layer 2s for Ethereum, they add up to a lot. And by the way, did you notice that BSC is not even listed today? What is going on with total? Let's do total value locked here and see what happens. All right, so something's wrong with the reporting on the BSC smart chain, which I assume is going to be somewhere near 1 billion too in 24-hour volume. So, when you're looking at it from that context, there's even the BSC chain that has a lot going on for it as well. So Ethereum is not going to be denied. It's still the biggest ecosystem. According to a December 12 report, however, from Electric Capital, the Solana ecosystem onboarded more new devs than the Ethereum ecosystem for the first time since 2016. Current totals show that 7,625 new developers have joined Solana, led by growth in Asia, compared with Ethereum's 6,456. The report also noted that the Solana ecosystem had experienced an 83% jump in activity since last year. Solana managed to briefly flip Ethereum on several fronts this year. On March 18, the network surpassed Ethereum amid a scramble for Solana-based meme coins, while October 28 saw it surpass Ethereum in daily network fee generation over 24 hours, and it found that 39,148 new developers began exploring crypto this year, down 7% from last year and about half the all-time high of more than 77,000 in 2022. Ethereum is still the number one ecosystem for total developer activity. So that's what we need to focus on, right? And a couple of things. Number one, Glassnode founders predict a major rally for Solana, and they're saying this. Solana hit the mark zone and rebounded towards 230. If it surpasses 235 on a daily time frame, it could break the price compression, targeting the previous high of 264. Will Solana reach new heights? Now, what does it look like right now? What's going on with Solana? Well, Solana is being rejected harshly right now and not able to bounce successfully off of it to this point so far. And part of that has to do with the fact that when you look at the totals, total 2 right now is where everything is kind of running the most right there. 1.63 on the daily increase, and that is because Ethereum is rallying. And look, until Ethereum is third, Ethereum is second. So, and Solana is not number one at this point. But Solana, as soon as Ethereum is done, and with regards to Ethereum, if you look at it from this context, it looks like Ethereum is ready for that breakout. So it broke back down to around 3,500 a couple days ago, bouncing very, very strong, continuing its upward trajectory. It's going to have to break out above 4,100. Once it breaks out above 4,100, then the rally to 45 is on. That's what's probably going to happen with Ethereum. And that would lead to another massive move for Solana in order to keep up. So that would mean that Solana would also be looking at that same sort of breakout level, with their breakout level probably being near 300, I would think, because what you would be looking at basically from the top here, maybe you get a 45% lift, which is right around there, a little bit under my ultimate goal. It'll be about $360. So you could be watching over the next little while and see Solana really have a nice little breakout. And I think that it's time and it's overdue for that big breakout. And I mean, you can see from the chart structure right now, like, there's an enormous amount of support between 140 and 150, 170 right now. So I would suspect that we've got a strong opportunity for a big bounce coming from Solana. But none of that matters if Ethereum doesn't break out. And of course, I think that Ethereum, again, is just ready for the next big move and the next big breakout to 4,500. Then after that, it's going to have to test that all-time high at 4,868. And by the way, if it goes to 4,500, it could just keep going, because if you start to zoom out, then you see that this just some cursory resistance right around 4,000, which is where we rejected off of twice previously, maybe three times you can argue, but twice previously for sure. And then you've got just a tiny bit at 4,500 where you wicked up here previously. So you've got a little bit right there, and then it's just straight on until morning. And not only that, but there is an analyst right now who basically says that he thinks that Ethereum is headed to 15,000. And look, the all-time high, 4,868. We're not even close to where the top is. And by the way, Ethereum has become deflationary since then. So while we talk about it, we do have a smaller amount of supply of Ethereum. It's now 120 million, where before it was 122 million in 2021. So the continued circulating supply decrease, because it's been deflationary for a little while, is starting to look real nice, and that will create another price crunch. And that's been a good thing. And by the way, when you look at the flows on the ETFs yesterday, you had a nice flow coming in, 600 million. And then for the Ethereum ETF, guess what? One of the biggest days ever, another 273 million. Like, guys, you have to get incredibly bullish on this. Remember this. Here's why this matters, okay? If you remember, when we launched the ETF, which is back over here, hit about 4,000, okay? So we hit 4,000 without billions of dollars of inflows and long-term holders just kind of holding on to it. And now we have 2.24 billion in inflows coming, and we're about to test the same area that we were at before, which that tells me, with several billion dollars on the sidelines, not actively just being traded and dumped at every given opportunity. These are more long-term hodlers, these people, than transactional. And look, it tells me that this thing is about to break out. So again, I gave you a number of 13,000 before that I said we're going to at least hit. If 15,000 is the number, sure. But Ethereum is about to have just an exponential run. Now, to look at it from a different context, go back to 2020 and see what happened in 2020. And in 2020, for Ethereum, let's do Ethereum this way. For Ethereum, we got sidetracked right here. You can see this was 2020, and it didn't start until December 12, December 13. And then what happened on December 12 and December 13? That's when Ethereum started to go. Well, no, it's not. That's, God damn it. That was, duh. Let's try that one more time. Let's go back here. There we go, right there. All right, so this is September, October, November. There's the election, everything that happened over here, and then December 10th, right here. All right, so right here is kind of where we are right now. Okay, December of 2020. This is January 4th. So from now until Christmas, you're looking at a 26 to 27% increase. But by the end of January or the 10th of January, 160% increase in Ethereum price. We are in the cut of where Ethereum should go crazy. So it is not untoward to think that by January 10th, January 17th, maybe we would see a $7,000 Ethereum absolutely wilding out and going crazy. Now, we don't have the data for 2020, of course, for Solana, because, it wasn't really a thing at that point. We can come back here and we can kind of look at it, but I mean, it was launched in 2021. So there's no real there's no real opportunity to gauge how it would look from a performance standpoint. But I do think that when you look at it overall and you see the market caps and you know that Solana is currently just whipping Ethereum day in and day out. When you take out the layer twos, it's whipping it. With the layer twos, that's a different story. But that should mean a lot more value for Solana coming up over the next little while. And look, I think that the gap here, which right now is about a 4x, 4.5x, I think if we cut that to 3x, then you're going to be looking at a $500 Solana, maybe even a $750 Solana, because Ethereum is going to continue to run, and that will lead to that big breakout. So if Solana breaks out, then you're talking about $264, and then a run up to about $360 to $400. And here we go. Once 265 is breached, it becomes clear for Solana to test uncharted territory, and that's what we're looking to see happen. Now, in order for that to happen, we gotta get some Ethereum movement. So if Ethereum starts making a move like it looks like it will do on the chart, then we could be looking at another gigantic move. So, and look at this. This is just to give you an idea. Ethereum represents, with Bitcoin, 83% of the total crypto market cap. So there's going to be a big move coming for Ethereum. So just get ready for something to happen. Also, central bank easing is fueling optimism from investors. Now, what does that mean? In 5 days, we're going to get the new CPI number. So is it Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Yeah, in 5 days, we're going to get the new CPI, and we'll know, or not the new CPI, but we'll get the new Fed rate, and we will see if they cut it by 25 basis points. And if they do, then consider that we'll probably have a dump on that day because it's too easy to expect a massive pump. So we might get a dump, just so you guys know, it's going to be one of those flash crashes. But we also might have gotten that flash crash last week when we got the CPI numbers. So that's possible. Now, the question from that point would be, what happens next? And I think that immediately, in the event that, I think we're in good shape, but immediately, I think we're going to pump like crazy, and we're going to continue on. I think you're going to see Bitcoin pop up to 110. You'll see Ethereum pop to 45. I think that you're going to see Solana test 300. I think we're almost there. It's almost to the moment right now where, it's time for that big thing. And by the way, one more thing, when we're looking at the flows in the market right now, you're seeing DevvE down 8%, but it's at 72 cents already. So it's having a nice little run, but it's down about 8%. Then you look at API 3 down 2%. And as you go down here, you see a few of them that are having okay, but everything that pumped over the last couple of days, you're seeing it retracing just a little bit as capital starts to move back in. But ultimately, I think you're about to see another big parabolic run. It seems like right now, Ethereum and Bitcoin are not exactly done. Now, what we're looking for in our altcoin phases, don't forget this, because until it's different, it's not different. But in your altcoin phases, then you're looking at Bitcoin, the flow of money moving into Bitcoin, causing price surges. We know that that's happening. But Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin and starts outperforming it. That's what we're seeing. Now, what we're not seeing yet is we're not seeing Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin. We keep thinking that we're about to see it, and it just doesn't happen. But we're also at the same time with the overlap, we're seeing large caps are getting a lot of money getting thrown into them. Now, what we haven't seen is the big parabolic move from large caps while Ethereum is running. So, and then that's going to lead to the mid cap and the low cap, and that's going to give you that full on altcoin season. So, we're basically just kind of trending right now between 1 and 2, waiting for that next big move. We're not getting that next big move yet that just causes it to absolutely kick off. And then if you look at the altcoin season index, then it's back down to 67. We only got a little, we got just a little bit of a movement into this range, and it did not stay. Like we got, just like we did back here in January, we got that big move. And by the way, we got that spike again in March, but it was just for a couple days. So all we did was we get this little spike here for a couple days. And the question at this point is, will it continue? And I don't know whether it's going to continue yet. So we'll see what happens there. But I do think that we're so close right now to the absolute breakout moment. This is the inflection point. Bitcoin still wants to run, even if it's at 100,000. And look the way it's moving, by the way. Remember back here. Remember what was happening back here when we were getting to the ETFs getting approved, right? And then that's what we saw, that move that just continued to go, and then boom, has a big move, and then it uses this as support, and then boom, it just has that big move, and then it's just upwardly mobile, and then boom, it does it again. Then we consolidate, and now look what's happening again. The same thing is happening one more time. So this, by the way, if we just, if you're just kind of guessing, you're looking at this upward momentum. Well, that upward momentum is right there. So, we could see a huge move coming very, very soon for Bitcoin one more time. Like it just looks like that, the cycle is continuing, because by the way, we got this sort of move to the side here, that move right here to the side, right from this upward momentum, then sideways movement, and then boom, we got this kind of feeling right here, and then it exploded. Well, I think it's doing the same thing right now again. So I think that we're real close to this thing just absolutely going bananas. Like we're about to hit banana zone, and that would apply to everything. So be watching for a big move coming very, very soon. Once we have the Fed rate lowered, once we have more capital coming back into this market, once we get past the holiday, then things are going to get absolutely crazy. Currently sitting at the Fear and Greed Index at 76 right now. Let's talk meme coins. The number one meme coin for you. Look, by the way, when I give you the number one meme coin, and when I tell you number one meme coin, that's for me. That's not for you. Okay. You might like Pepe and you might and Dogecoin, stuff like that. You might be, what are you talking about, bro? Dogecoin's it's gonna be the number one meme coin. It's gonna go 200 billion market cap. What's a 3x from here? Like, I'm not trying to fucking with 3x. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to play with that. I'm trying to get sent, son. I want a 500x. And the place that will give me a 500x, MSI. I trust that Pablo will continue to work on his project. I trust that Pablo will continue to maintain his project and push, right? Will the community allow ticker trending to buy all the supply, or will they wake up and accumulate like crazy on a golden opportunity? Tickertrending.com buyback, $64,000 total dollars is what Ticker Trending has bought back on the supply of MSI. And guess what? It's only going to continue as we get retail back into this market even more. And look, something to remember. At one point, there were about 50,000 holders of Volt. Those 50,000 holders, in one way or another, half of them are going to make their way back into crypto. And when you look at the number of holders on MSI, you've got 2.3K. What happens when it's 23,000? What happens when it's 30,000? What happens when all of those people coming back find Pablo Crow? And what happens when they find Believes? And we're talking about MSI, and we're not talking about Volt. Guys, it's going to send this thing to the stratosphere. So that's why I think that it is upon you to make sure that you have a bag of MSI, because I think this thing is going to absolutely send and go crazy. Look, if it goes to $1 billion market cap, if it from where it is right now at 2 million, that's a 500x. That is going to be the easiest wealth making move that you will ever have. And all you have to do at this point is, number one, hodl, and number two, go to X and share your love of MSI with other people. And there's 2,000 people right now that are holding on to MSI, 2,300 to be exact. But it's a huge opportunity for you to do something. I mean, there's a great opportunity there to make something happen. So if you haven't already, get yourself a bag of MSI. Don't get left behind, because you are gonna regret it. You are gonna regret it. All right, here's my watch list, by the way. We got MSI, we've got Speedy. I think Speedy's gonna break out as well. Just so you guys know, I'm a big fan of that one. Ethereum, Bitcoin, LFGO, CC Coin. Let's talk CC Coin. And CC Coin right now is Velodrome. Okay. Whew. Oh, and here's, by the way, here's what you can get if you are a person who's looking to provide liquidity. This is what you can get on by holding and being a liquidity provider and farming CC Coin. You can get Popcat, USDC, CC Coin, HIS, Natix, Popcat, USDC, CC, HIS. So there's a list of different ones. Let me see what I've got. I think I've got Gummy as well. Like I was getting a bunch of Gummy. Boom, 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 boom. And Moggy, MG. I don't know what that is. It's there's somebody, a friend of the family, if you will. Forget about it. That she's got a token that's still, I think it's still on, what is it, Pump.fun? Looking for a breakout moment to graduate or whatever it's called over there. Anyway, my pending rewards right now are in Solana, Gummy, Bonk, LFGO, MG, and Sato. Sato, by the way, was breaking out a little bit earlier as well. So all I'm doing right now is just chilling out right now, holding on to these meme coins, just accumulating more of these meme coins. And by the way, by providing liquidity, I am actually just earning a couple. Look, it's like $10 a day, right? But $10 a day over 30 days is $300. So I'm basically getting $300. And by the way, I charge $400 if you want to make a video. If like we were doing because every day at noon I put on X. If you have a project, by the way, that you want to get on here, then send me $400 of your token, and we'll make a video for it. And we'll start talking about it. By the way, if it's not a good project, we don't want you. We want good projects, right? We want you to be a believer in your project, and we want you to send over 400 in those tokens. And then we want to have a good, solid project. But if you do that, then nice. But I'm earning that much every month just for sitting here and doing nothing from CC Coin. So I'm getting some Bonk, I'm getting some Gummy, I'm getting some Sato. One of those is going to break out again. And look, Bonk is probably going to at some point one more time, especially when the Solana phone version 3 comes out and shit like that. You'll probably see Bonk continue to run super hard. Gummy probably breaks out at some point. Again, all the supported projects will have nice big runs in this bull market, and all these little accumulations that I'm getting right now are going to turn into big accumulations at some point. So super bullish about it. Make sure you check out some CC Coin today. Make sure you get some BitBull, because BitBull, in fact, and look, I did it again. I was following it and it unfollowed. I don't know what is going on, but currently they have a meme contest. Create and submit your own unique meme for BIBU, and that's BitBull. Follow us on Twitter, join Telegram, enter your meme in this thread, and get the most likes and retweets by Monday, December 16, and win 0.5 Solana. And this is what you've got so far. That's the, I don't remember that. I remember this girl redid her thing over here. There's a good one. So put yourself, create a meme coin, or create a meme of BIBU and send it on there. If you win, then you could win 0.5 Sol and 100,000 BitBull. So what are you waiting for? Pill me up. I think somebody said that sometime. I don't know what pill me up means. I would never do pills ever. DevvE, by the way, we did talk about this. DevvE is and by the way, this is what they're talking about. Who the F is DevvE, and how did they pull that off? That's going to be heard all over Web3 and beyond. And people are still trying to find out, like, when is it going to be? Is it going to be soon? Well, I mean, guys, look, all I can tell you at this point is, and I don't know. I do not know. Here's what I can tell you. When you get a move like you just got with, didn't do that right. When you get a move like you just got with DevvE and you get that big impulse move like that, then it's got to correct back down. So in the event that this, corrects back down, and by the way, we need to move this down here and say that we think we've kind of got the top right here. So I would look for a correction, maybe back down to 53 cents as an opportunity to accumulate. You might not even get that because I don't know that this move has completed. If we look at it from an impulse standpoint, then that impulse move looks like it. And by the way, I guess maybe the impulse move might be, that was kind of sideways here. So maybe 60 cents might be your opportunity. But I got a feeling here that when you start to zoom out and you start to look at the volume and you start to look at the flow, there's not really any resistance up through this range until you get to $1.15. Now, some people are talking about it being at $1. And if you look at it from a volume flow and not from a, well, somebody said this one time, so I think it's the case. But if you look at it from like right here, like there's a little gap right there. That's right below $1. That's 95 cents to 99 cents. But then the resistance kind of kicks in like right there at this spot right here at $1. But that's nominal until you get to $1.15. Like that's just a little bit. Like we're in the spot right now where we just, and if you look here and just pay attention, we've been flowing through this area. So it's going to continue logically to flow through this area until it gets to $1.15. Okay. So $1.15 still seems to be that spot where I think that's where we're going to actually get, are we going to get rejected becomes the case at $1.15. So if you have any DevvE, shout out, you're going to make it. If you don't have any DevvE, you still got a little bit of time to accumulate. Look, all I'm saying is this. If it goes to where I told you it was going to go, which is about $10, $9.67, that's about a 12x from where it is right now. So it'd be foolish of you to not take a shot. Well, 13x. It'd be a 13x. Now, ultimately, I think it settles in this bull run at least $50. And if it settles at $50, congratulations, my brothers and sisters, you've made it. Or at least I hope you have, because all of these things, of course, are going to break out. But if you're not already, you should be looking at DevvE as your next big thing. And here's the thing. For those of you that don't know what DevvE is, it is quantum resistant. It does 8 million transactions per second up to. It has sub-second finality. It is a permissioned blockchain. And what that means is it's not built for you and me. It's built for them. It's built for the billionaires. It's built for all the big companies to build their ecosystems on where they fully control it. It runs on a node-based system. So a company, if you have, say, a large company like a BlackRock and they want to run on DevvE, then they can spin up their own nodes to settle their own transactions. You and I, we're not part of it. All they have to do is become their own validator for their own transactions in their own ecosystem. And they can also, if Fidelity and BlackRock are both two customers that are using it, they can set their own nodes to finalize each one of their transactions. They don't need us. That means that what they do need is the DevvE token in order to run the ecosystem. That's where it gets really, really interesting. And that's where it's so important. So if you haven't already, get yourself a bag of DevvE. Guys, this is my number one conviction play of this bull market. I love the fact that it's breaking out right now. I think that it's going to continue breaking out. I think it's going to continue to have this huge run. So hopefully you'll be there. Also, to be clear here, I have a big bag of Saitama Wolfpack. It's not, look, it's dumping and pumping and, having its little run up and down. And the reason for that is because it's got a 2% tax in and out. So, it's important for them, I think, to make sure that they're preventing people. And by the way, nobody is stealing liquidity. That's the important part here. Okay. Nobody is out here stealing liquidity from this project. And all you have to do, look, it's my estimation. If you remember, during the setup that they had last time when the market was pumping, they went to 2.5 cents just a month ago. Okay. Before they, misstep. So I don't think they're going to misstep again. I think they understood what they got. And I think you're going to see something like this happen, and it's going to go to the top of this range here, and it'll be like 2 cents. Again, and I don't look, it doesn't have to go any further than that, and it would be a resounding success to me. But people are going to be looking for some meme coins, and they're going to find Saitama, and they're going to find the Saitama Wolfpack again. And when they do, this thing is going to blow up. Look, if it goes to 10 cents, just consider this. If it goes to 10 cents from where it is right now, that would be what, 20x? And a 20x would give it a 10 million market cap. Everything is going to go to a 10 million market cap. So it's easy right now. To me, this is like easy money. All you have to do is have a little patience, let the developers build, let each one of these projects do something, and the next thing you know, your life is going to be forever changed. Okay. Magnus, if you haven't already, this is the emotional support dog Magnus. I told you guys, I think it's going to make that secondary move coming up real soon. It's in that 786 range, which is low. Like, you want to see it motivate. You wanted to see it catch fire right here and go back up for a 236 test. And it didn't do that. It came down into this range. So most likely what you're going to see is a move to the 382 right here, a test back down here at the bottom of this range, and then a breakout. And then eventually it comes up here and it tests that all-time high again. And then we see whether or not it can break out. These guys are pretty important. They think that this is going to catch fire. And Magnus is a famous thing on Instagram. So, I mean, look, they're leaning into somebody else's dog and LFG, baby. And speaking of LFG, that's LFGO. And we should see something big happen from them too. Look what happened over here. When you look at it from a market cap perspective, remember that LFGO, let's fucking go, went to a 30 million market cap. It's sitting at a 2.4 million market cap right now. Again, I accumulate this all the time with my CC coins by staking and providing liquidity for that. Yield farming, if you will. So another 30 million market cap, that means it goes 10, 20x from there. And look, my bag is only like 40 or 50 bucks. But I mean, that's 500 bucks. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy money at this point for me. So anyway, I'm going to cut this a little bit short today. I think we've covered everything that we needed to. So that's it, guys. Let's have a good weekend. Enjoy your time. We're getting close to Christmas. I think we have a breakout coming. It's going to lead us through Christmas. It should be just a nice little run. I think everybody's going to be super excited about what happens in the next 2 weeks. I don't know for sure. Things are a little bit wonky, a little bit off on the market right now. But at some point, it's going to absolutely take off. And when it absolutely takes off, there you go. Okay? There you go. Your life is going to be forever changed. And when it does, don't forget, pay the man. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right. Oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, don't forget, your favorite president has a favorite crypto channel. And you know what it is?
I'm about to drop some hugely powerful alpha. And that's what they call it. They call it alpha, believe me. Okay? And not many people know this, but alpha means that I know big things, strong things, powerful things. So here's the alpha, folks. If you want to be hugely rich like me, you got to join and subscribe to the Believes Crypto YouTube channel. You got to become a member because many people say, quite frankly, it's the strongest YouTube channel out there. It's fantastic. It's the best. So let me know what you think, folks. Funny Donald out.
And you know what they always say? If you can't trust Donald Trump, who can you trust? Right? All right, guys, that actually is it. Have a good weekend. Buy some nice stuff. By the way, if you haven't, make sure you buy some of my hoodies. Matter of fact, I hope you guys saw it before we go, because I can't get my shit together at all today. Let's do, where is it? Where am it, bees? Right here. This is the hoodie that I'm selling this weekend. So go check out the hoodie. Believe in Santa. I had a lot of fun making it. I thought it was kind of cool. By the time I was done, I ordered a bunch for my family. So, and that's right, it's Friday the 13th. So make sure that you get yourself a Believes hoodie for Friday the 13th, because not having a Believes hoodie turns the frogs gay, according to Alex Jones. And not InfoWars, but Alex Jones. Anyway, not financial advice, but I'm always. Well, it's safe to say now that we're in the best phase of the bull market, and everything indicates that we've got 4 or 5 more active and volatile months in crypto ahead of us until spring. There are tons of bullish factors, and what's especially exciting this time is that this bull run isn't fueled by retail. Top institutional players are making big moves, giving the market much more growth potential than previous crypto cycles. We can't afford to miss this opportunity. Given the current market situation, now is the perfect time to accumulate positions. While weak hands are selling, institutions are buying. And for those looking to maximize gains from this bull run without taking unnecessary risk, Cryptonomy has launched an innovative product that unlocks the full potential of their elite trading team. And guys, I am thrilled to introduce you to the Cryptonomy Margin Trading Program. With this program, every Cryptonomy user can fully capitalize on the current market phases, backed by phenomenal performance achieved by the Cryptonomy team, thanks to extensive preparation for this period. Now, let's talk about some of the key features. You can customize your trading position to fit your needs. You can select the duration of the trade, the leverage level, and any of the 700 plus available coins for trading, and you know they have a big supply. Profits accumulate daily in the native coin of your deposit. All trading activity is insured up to 6.1 GBP by the Cryptonomy Foundation, making this product highly secure for users while granting access to margin trading benefits and years of trading expertise. Combine this program with staking and the Launchpool to unlock the full potential of your Cryptonomy account. This allows every user to maximize gain during this period while eliminating risks and FOMO, which is critical at this time. Now, guys, if you are interested in future and margin trading, this is your time to get in. You can make a deposit and start trading today.